right. Good evening. Coffee. Arting it up. You ready to art it up there, Bango Bongo? What's up, Anchor? How you doing? Hello, Patricia. Hello, Luna. Mr. Seb. Hello. I'm good. I'm really good. Okay, there we go. Okay. Let's see here. Just watching for you? All right. Watching. Voucher. You're a voucher. Okay, so we need to finish her tiara. Oh. Has a crack. What happened there? Weird. Okay, nothing we can't fix. Let's get to work. If we can get the tiara finished and the base started, that's the mission for this evening. The tail is in. That's right. Yeah, we got the tail. We got the hair done. The pauldrons. The only thing left to do is finishing her tiara thing. Client's got her Draenei all night elf geared out. Yeah. The favorite outfit, apparently. See, this is what happens when you have a little mischievous daughter that likes to rhinestone me all the time. I swear, lately I've been finding at least 2 or 3 on my clothes by the end of the day. Looks like I got one on my coffee cup today. Oh, little gemstone. Okay, let's get to work. It is it. I feel like did I bump the camera in a different spot or something? Okay, so yeah, I don't know what happened right there. It's like it shifted or something. Just kind of. There we go. Good as new. Maybe I'll add a little bit of super glue there. Widen it first. No, I didn't fall over. I think there was probably just something when I had adjusted the shape of it right at the end. There was some built-in like tension in the clay that released once it hardened. So I did like right at the end I did a little adjustment, of the shape. Built-in tension, yeah. Yeah, say say you have a piece of clay that's kind of settled a little bit. I mean, this is a perfect example. When the clay kind of settles, when it's no longer kind of fully conditioned and it's settled a little bit, if you try to like drastically change the shape with a lot of force, it can cause these kind of like cracks to appear. So if it's clay that's freshly been mixed around like this, then you have no problem then. Sure, yeah, like changing the shape of this isn't gonna do anything because it's been conditioned, so. But I think even if I did, let's say I did this, I bent it like this, and then I baked that, there would be a chance of there being like a crack appearing right here from this kind of this flex in the clay, this tension built in under the surface. That a crack would appear right here to kind of release that pressure. So now if I did this and I squished it down like that, well, now I've removed it, now I've like restructured it, so. Yeah, so what happened was I sculpted this tiara shape, and then right at the very end I kind of moved this part up and then baked it, right away. So it didn't have time to kind of reestablish itself. Probably. That's my best guess anyways. Let me see, let me pull up my reference here. In life, you got to reboot. That's right. You don't have to. But, probably should. If this reference would stop lagging. We'll give it a let's refresh this, I think. Okay. Let me grab some clay glue. And a brush. That's true. Those dang priests just taking everybody's gear. So if it's made out of cloth, they just think it's theirs, yeah. Classic. It's like the times when I used to have a tank weapon that had like intellect on it or something. This was the best I could get at the time, but I was a warrior, so yeah. I'll take it. Still an upgrade. Mm-hmm. Figure out how we're going to do that. Oh, yeah. The cloth-wearing paladin. Okay, I need to like backfill. Or the hunters wearing shaman gear. Hey, what's up, KMP? Good evening. We're just putting this material here to hold it steady. We'll remove it at the end. Thank you. Yeah, we're almost done. This is a deadline piece, so we're kind of putting the pedal to the metal. Get this wrapped up so the missus can do the painting. What was the statue of the male Draenei? Oh, status of the male Draenei. Married. So basically the way this worked out was the client contacted me wanting to get this done for Christmas time. And we shall be buried together in work. Not in dirt. Not yet. But so basically he wanted to get this piece for his wife made for Christmas of her character, but they play together, and he decided he'd like to get his done too. But this one needs the deadline and his does not. So basically we've kind of started both of them, so they're going to be the same size, so they're not, one's like too big or too small. And yeah, so we're making the mad dash to finish the one character, and the second one will just come whenever, no need, it has no need to be like pushed through. So yeah, the paladin has actually, let me go grab him really quick. We roughed out his base anatomy. And we will the game plan is to do, let me show you. So here he is. So we got this healer, kind of healer tank combo. So she's like casting a heal spell, and he's got to have his shield up like that, you know. So I'll sculpt her base, and then I'll put C1 separator on the front part of this base, which will be like a rock formation. And then I'll put a big lump of clay on the back of this base and smush it on there. And then bake it together. And then this will come off. And then it'll be a form-fitted like connection point. So it should be pretty cool. And then later when I do him and then ship it out way later, they'll go together still, you know, so size-wise and like base position and stuff, so. That's the game plan. Varro, 57 months. Okay, Twitch, I think you're wrong. I think I did this like 2 weeks ago. Yeah, maybe. You never know when you were celebrating that resub, and maybe the next one did come through just recently. You know what I mean? The timing of it could still be right. Thank you so much, Varro. I appreciate it, my friend. Thank you for the support. Jeez. Okay. Moon dust. You are organizing playdates between the Simpsons animator and Fortnite pros on Twitch. This is the last week of the Simpsons map on Fortnite. Yeah, I was playing with my nephew from Germany plays Fortnite, and I've been joining him on Fortnite adventures. But you know, I'm an old gamer, so we have to play the no build mode. That's the rules. I refuse to participate in shooting and building at the same time. Either shooting or building, no both. Okay, so zero build mode. Yeah, exactly. I was like, can we just like move tactically around trees and stuff? Can we just not build like giant skyscrapers whenever we get attacked? That'd be great. So we do okay. I think I've converted him. I think he likes no build mode. You know what I'm doing? Whenever I play the build mode, I'm just like sitting there with my little my blueprint, you know, my character's just standing there looking at the blueprint, like trying to select the right piece, and then by the time I'm like even finding the right piece, I'm dead. You know, it's just game over. So. Isn't that what Pal World is? Building and shooting? No, Pal World is building and then shooting, but never building and shooting, you know. You get build time at base, nice and peaceful, you know, you get to design it how you want to, and then there's shooting time. So go out into the land and conquer and shoot and destroy. So yeah, sure. I mean, I really only play when my nephew wants to play, but you can add me. I think I'm the same. I think I'm cnotbusch there too. Like a dragon protecting her horde, you will defeat what you hold. You will defend what you hold dear with fierce loyalty. Varro. Varro the Protector. Yes. Very good. Very good. You like the tank? Yeah, I'm actually really excited for this one. This is the tank. So I'll have like a full-blown shield right here. And thank you, KMP. Yeah, get to work. Don't let me distract you. Get to work. Yeah, but we both decided we actually don't really like the Simpsons map. We liked the last one better. Mostly because of the knife was so OP. We would just run around and try to get the knife, the whatchamacallit knife. Scream knife. super strong. I usually always try to get the overpowered melee weapon and just win that way. Okay, let's get this tiara sculpted. I played the original Fortnite before it became what it is now. Yeah. Oh yeah. No time to play for you. Yeah, I played the original Fortnite. What a crazy like twist for like talk about being adaptable. They really capitalized on being adaptable there. They're like, this is not working. Let's just take all our assets and make a battle royale game with them, and GG became one of the best, or the best probably. Okay, let's see here. The League of Legends of its time. There just always seems to be a game that comes out that becomes like the game of that time or that era. What was it? World of Warcraft. Then after that was League of Legends. And then Fortnite. You know, the like really big ones that just kind of dominate. Minecraft. Yeah, but Minecraft never really got to the same, like, I don't know. I guess. Stardew Valley. No, come on. I don't think so. Not like from a streaming being really popular and stuff like that. Definitely nowhere near as much, money being thrown at it.
Fellow adventurer, we've got everything you need to rest and refuel.
Hey. Can I live in my own parallel world here? Yeah, go ahead, Seb. In your parallel world, Stardew Valley is the most popular game? DeCappuccino. Hey, thank you so much, DeCappuccino, for the 2 months. Thank you very much for sticking with me and supporting my work. I appreciate that. DeCappuccino. We like cappuccino around here. That's the missus' favorite coffee beverage. Good cappuccino. Wandering Bard, your lute carries tales across kingdoms. Sing not only of kings and queens, but of the cobbler who mends worn shoes, and the beggar who shares his last crust. My last crust. Will you share my last crust with me, the cappuccino? Thank you kindly, friend. Pretty sure Minecraft's one of the most widely owned games in history, but now but it's still not the popular one, the one that like is being streamed and played and has skins, you know.
Closely, traveler, to what I say. Twitch Prime does not even cost a dime.
Hey, Boral Blues, thank you so much for the 7 months. I appreciate that. Thank you very kindly. We need to fix that. Yeah, there's something happened with OBS where our notifiers are like the audio is being weird. I don't know what changed. I think OBS came out with a monetized Bedrock version. Oh, really? Samuel. Hello, Samuel. Samael. Oh, it's not sticking. Oops. Have to be careful here. I've done that before, the custom Minecraft skins. Missing a tool. Ah, there it is. It's a very big tiara. It's just really big because we need this material here to support it while we sculpt it, and then we're going to cut that away. That makes sense. Once the shape is there. So this needs to go more inwards. Like right now, if I was like sculpting and pushing on this without this material back here, it would just be like absolutely annoying to work with. Okay, it goes from here. Like this. Customer knows you do it on live stream in these. Yeah. I say most of my clients know they usually find out about me because of streaming, so yeah. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Some people, they lurk, and I don't know if they're watching or not. Some are like jibber jabbering in the chat the whole time. Everybody's different. No, you jibber jabber. I don't. I not. Pro lurker here and wannabe customer. There you go. And if you could have something be made, what would it be, if you don't mind me asking? It's always interesting. I love I love that aspect of what I do, but I just really never know what kind of challenge or project's gonna come through the door. Sorry, I understand, but that's difficult. What, writing is difficult? Yeah, what do you want me to type? You want me to type to you? Ah, Red Dragon. That'd be cool. I had started a Red Dragon bust a while back. I actually had this crazy plan to sculpt all the monsters from the D&D realm. And I remember reading about the Red Dragons and how they the attitude, the personality that they could have. I did a black dragon. I don't know if you've seen it. Let's see. It was a very big one. He's stalking his prey like a cat playing with a mouse before it eats it. He's already dead. Yeah, exactly. Poor guy. He's too young. Too young, I say. Oh, really? You know, I did a SpongeBob and Patrick a long time ago, but they were still pretty good. I had this idea of doing like a whole like Krusty Krab scene. I did Squidward too. I wanted to do. I have always wanted to do like all my childhood, all the like nostalgic cartoons from my childhood, doing like these kind of scenes for each one of them. That'd be sweet. I meant the dragon. Does he know who he's talking? Yeah, it's like it. Yeah, that was such a long time ago. I bet you the only place to find those is on Facebook. Let's see. Let's see here. Shall we? Photos. If we find out there. Let's see here. They might not even be on here. It wasn't that far back. It was somewhere in this era here. I'm not sure because it never was really each character was finished, but the entire project was never officially finished. So I probably never did a photo shoot of it, unfortunately. Yeah. So I feel like it was somewhere in this era. Long time ago. Lost in time. I guess you'll have to do it so we have something. Yeah, exactly. Someday. Hey, what's up, Saradini? Kind of. We were looking for a old piece I had done, but I don't think there's photos of it. Didn't even touch the sides. Sides of what? Oh, I see. The last cup of the day is never really necessary, is it? Iced coffee it is. Right. Wait a minute. How can you like iced coffee but not cold coffee? It's just made different. I think you're right about that. There you go, DiCappuccino. Dragons, monsters. The background characters. Some of my favorite characters in games and movies are actually the background characters. Or the background creatures that you only see for like one frame. Any background characters were once foreground characters. Are you a background character in my story, or am I a background character in your story? Both. That's right. That's right. It's always fun to think about that stuff, isn't it? The multiverse exists right on top of each other. Every single person is its own dimension of perspective. This is the multiverse. Always have those moments of like just realizing how many different stories and people are out there in the world. It's just crazy. Usually when like watching like cars go by on a distant road or something. It's like, man, there's a lot of stuff going on here. Or go to like Google Earth and zoom in on a random spot in the middle of the ocean and find a tiny little island and just see all the little houses and little traces of society. Just thinking there's people living there. Probably spend their whole life on that island. Oh yeah? How'd that go over? Daughter didn't agree. Hmm. Okay, so the next step here is to cut off this excess material here, to bake it, and then remove the tiara and cut away this extra material on the backside. Probably with a hey, what's up, Captain? Thank you very much for them biddies. I appreciate that, friend. What we're gonna do next is we're actually gonna start assembling the base, I think. The finest and crunchiest of bits. Are you sharing your last crust with me? The finest of crusts. Tiara is a type of dessert. Yes. There's still ample crust to be shared. Ah. A collector of crusts. My mother thinks she's the main character in the lives of all her family. Oh boy. Oh boy, that can create some problems. Okay, let's see here. So, hello, Luna. Let's see here. I think we will build up the base with some foil. I think we're gonna make the character permanently attached to the base because of the wiring for the lights. So it'll just be all one piece. Also, I don't think it'll be too hard to reach with the painting because of the way this was designed. By her having this dress, there's really nothing to really access to paint anyways. Okay, let me grab some foil and our foil tape. And we're gonna start by bulking out the shape. Hey, what's up, Deagle? Okay, I'll mute the mic for this part.
Flying into the weekend.
Whoa.
Is something missing?
No. It's all there.
Look, I'm flying into the weekend.
Weekend. Woo. Family
I
time.
think something is wrong.
What?
There isn't Toothless's pigtail.
Oh. Very good attention to detail. You're right. Maybe this was before he lost his tail.
I will go and tell Mom.
Okay. Oh, one detail was off. Hey, what's up, Deagle? She is. It's crazy how quick they. I mean, you know how it is. Goes so fast. It's like as soon as you have kids, fast forward button on life is pressed. Seemed to be the turning point. I think it's just because things get so you get so busy, you know. Yours are going to be driving soon. Oh my goodness. Never-ending new experiences to be made. I like to tell everyone to enjoy those years, yeah. But I think even if you're consciously really paying attention as best you can and trying your best to enjoy it, it's just, there's always this like, I don't know. I don't know if you can have perfect fulfillment of those years. You just can't. I mean, you just got to enjoy what you get and, you know. Literally gambling with your life, yeah. You have to get one of those old school station wagons. They're like steel body, steel frame, steel bumper. That's good. That's good. To emerge through raising a kid and be close, you know, to be, yeah, open and close with one another. My wife has that relationship with her parents. They're so close and so open with each other about, you know, like there's no walls between them. And I really, I look up to that. So I didn't have that. So that's what I aspire to be, or for us to be, for Emma when she gets older. Yeah. All right, let's get this foil on here. It's for taping. And yes, it can be baked. It's actually the tape they use for duct work on, like, you know, furnaces in your house. So we use it just to kind of hold the foil together, to kind of get it all solid. Otherwise, you know, when you're wrapping foil around something, the foil's all loose and moving around. Yeah. Yeah, it's very similar to my wife and her mom, for sure. They're she knows, well, and her grandma, she really talks to them all the time and really knows they're just a tight-knit family. Something I would look up to for sure. That's good. That's good to have that there, KMP. Hey, yeah, glad to finally get that on the way there, Funka. Now that Canada's done, you know, throwing a strike or whatever they're doing. Okay. It's basically gonna be like, let me show you. I still have it up. Basically something like, this. Basically something like that. But the idea will be that in between these cracks, it'll have like some glowing LED light that's the same color as the magic that she's wielding. So impact crater, right? That's the idea. Now I need to design this in a way that it almost like kind of comes apart so we can access underneath for doing the light work. So let's really think about that. I think, let's see here. So, we'll build it out with foil, and then we're going to coat it with translucent clay, at least in the middle part here. Okay. And then what? Then she comes off with the top coat of the clay and the block removes. And then, okay, let's see, does the block remove? Yes, it does. I just use cast clay. I actually don't need it to be clear. I actually want it to be really milky, like translucent, like a tooth, because that captures the light better and like distributes it. So I don't have to use as much light to get the effect that I want. So basically, the idea is here we build this shape with the foil. Then we do a layer of the translucent clay kind of over that shape, bake it, and then we do a layer of gray to be these rocks. And any spot I want the light to shine through, I carve all the way down to the hardened translucent layer. And then that gives us a nice, that'll give us that nice effect. Then we just simply mount the lights underneath it, attach it with epoxy clay, which I think we might actually, maybe we'll put this stuff to the test, although it's probably not a super, I mean, Mr. Arnold sent me this beta sample for a new material he's developing called epoxy clay, which is his version of epoxy clay by Monster Makers. So maybe we'll put that to the test. Beta clay. Beta number 9. Yeah, this came in while I was gone at Germany, So basically, the differences between his epoxy clay and other epoxy clays is the ingredients he uses are less toxic. And you can mix it for different finishes. So if you mix more of like A, it ends up being more like flexible. If you mix more of B and less of A, then it becomes more rigid like stone. Apparently. That's the idea. So you can kind of mix it for the desired result that you want. Okay, let's continue with our shape here. Okay, this should work then. Hopefully. I could still see it being kind of a pain in the butt to get the block off. It is this weekend. Well, this week, yeah. Thursday. So there won't be a evening stream on Wednesday and probably no stream on Thursday. But I will be here on Friday. So. Hey, what's up, Rainbow Obsidian? How you doing? Trollhead and Discord Day, that's right. I wouldn't miss it. Oh, nice. Yeah, we already did Thanksgiving, and we brought Thanksgiving with us to Germany. We already did that. Am I offering a Black Friday sale? Yes, troll heads are actually on sale this Black Friday. But not because of me, because I already sell them too cheap. But Jones has provided a discount by pretty much offering to pay for the discount. So troll heads will be, I can't remember. I know I was kidding. No, I'm being serious. There actually is a Black Friday cnotbusch troll head sale. But it's not because of me, it's thanks to Mr. Jones. So I can't remember. I have to calculate how much it will be. Didn't he pay for painting and shipping? Yeah, but it doesn't really work that way with painting. Like, we don't really separate the cost of the painting and the sculpting, so. But I'm just gonna take whatever he's paying and pretty much subtract it from the cost of the all together. Let's see, what would that be? Yeah. Let me calculate it here for a minute. Okay, I think he said 130 divided by 4. $42 for troll head this weekend, something like that, instead of 75. It's a pretty good discount. Thanks, Rainbow. So yeah, don't miss out this Friday. Troll heads will be discounted. Great savings. For an existing one, well, so I started doing, so on Fridays we do what's called Troll Heads KMP, which is, let me show you. Basically, it's, you commission a head of your choosing. Here, comes in a nice little wizardy box like this. They're all numbered and signed, and people can tell me what they want made. Oh yeah, totally. They're the little one-sitting little heads that I make. Oh yeah, here's the ones from last Friday. I only do 4 each Friday. And then the missus does the painting. And yeah, it can be anything. It can be a prompt. It can be a character of your choosing. It could be an existing character. But I usually shoot for about an hour of working time per head. So here's the ones from last round. Actually turned out really good, these ones. Get this. Oh wait, I'll use the fancy camera. That was a sinister. We actually had 2 jester characters. This one was a sinister jester. And then this is Cerub, zombified Cerub. About an hour, usually. About an hour. They all get done in the Friday stream, so it's kind of... That's another jester, but a Christmas one. So he's going to get like a little pom-poms glued on here, and it's going to be like red and white. Yeah. Here's an Oni. Or a samurai. Yeah, a nice lot. Yeah, I do four a week. It's really helped. It's really helped us, you know, keep things afloat. Gives us that little boost at the end of the week. It's been a fun thing too, you know. And I can really feel this like ability growing of kind of getting the shapes down quicker. I feel it in my like my main work that it really helps me kind of like fine tune this ability to like see likeness quicker and cast them. Yeah, no. Nah, I mean the idea is just to do them. Just to do these little one-off heads, you know, and if I would cast them, I would probably want to spend some more time actually making the details nicer, you know, so. I thought about 3D scanning them, though. That was an idea. I've been messing around with some newer 3D scanning technology, and it's getting pretty good. I'd have to play around with it more. But for now, it's good for where it's at right now. It's been fun. It also helps Ina sharpen her painting abilities as well. So I don't have a scanner. No, it'd be through photogrammetry. You know, with AI getting better, certain technologies like scanning can become better, even though the scanning equipment isn't better, you know, so. That's how we resin print pumpkin carvings, 3D scanning them, yeah. Now, remember, I used to teach a class at California where 3D scanning was part of the class using photogrammetry. And back then, when I was doing that class, you had to have a good setup to get good 3D scans, but it seems like now I've been playing around with it, and there's definitely a lot more potential to get good scans without, you know, thousands of dollars of equipment. So we'll see. I have to a sculptor who skipped the whole era of silicone casting directly into 3D printing. Yes. Now I've done silicone casting. I just don't do it all the time. It's not like the main thing I do, you know. So, yeah, I just go straight from one-offs to prints. No silicone needed. Hey, 3D scanners needs tons of RAM to run also, yeah. Poor KMP, we're distracting you. Perking your ears up. Quick, somebody talk about something really interesting. No, I'm just kidding. Silicone free. So now you can do decent photogrammetry with your phone. Yeah, it's pretty good. I did a test where I was outside. It was on a gloomy day is the best day because of the balanced lighting. And I scanned a couple pieces of firewood on my chopping log with the phone and this new application. And yeah, it looked really good. the scan looked good, but I don't know if it like I'd have to look closer at like the typology and all that stuff to make sure, you know, it can look good but not actually be a good scan, you know what I mean? Where like this, because the scan's only useful if you're using it for something like printing or whatever, and it's got to be good for that. So, but anyways, there's always new things we're trying to improve and explore. So. That's cool, Scorch. Yeah, that's awesome. Jeremy, if they're breaking easily, then you might not be baking the project hot enough or long enough. Usually if cast clay is brittle, like it breaks easily, then it's because it's either not hot enough or not long enough, typically. So you can remedy that by baking, or putting it back in the oven, making sure you're really hitting that 275 Fahrenheit, and for like 40 minutes. You know, it's better to go over than to go under. And then you could also do things like, for example, you could take your clay glue or liquid clay and you can paint it onto more delicate areas, you know, like these feathers here. And that will add even more flexibility to those parts. So, you know, like these little head tentacle things here. So yeah, you shouldn't have any problems with it breaking. Definitely not easily anyways, you know. Okay. Let's get back to work on this when you get this rolling. Yeah, no problem, Jeremy. Just it's better to go over than under. Under baking causes problems, but over baking, not as much problems. Mm-hmm. Rather than 3D modeled from scratch, yeah. Well, you know what I want to experiment with is taking full-size sculptures or like the sketches that I make and shrinking them down. So essentially creating miniatures, but at a larger scale with more detail, and then shrinking them instead of sculpting them at the smaller scale. Or even just to have like a 3D gallery where, you know, you can actually on my like web page, you can, you know, spin the sculpture around and look at it from different angles, you know. So even if the 3D scans wouldn't be usable for like something other than just viewing, it would be cool. So right. Yeah, I mean, I think you still need at least a little bit of ZBrush or some sort of to be able to clean up scans to use them, or you just like you can just maybe hire somebody to do that part. But but like I could save all my project sketches in like a digital format. I think that would be sweet. Just start cataloging and inventorying all my work digitally. Like I said, even just to have it, just because it's fun, or use it for a purpose. Yeah, lighting is important, and surface finish, like reflective things, are not easy to scan. The best lighting is like balanced lighting, like no shadows, essentially. Gloomy days are the best for that. A gloomy day is a perfect scanning day. Great. Get some more foil in there. Don't need that anymore. Hey, how you doing there, Mr. Kamaus? We're doing all right, my friend. How you been? Mr. Plankwalker. Good evening, friend. Oh, yeah. Oh, you don't gotta tell me. I know how that goes. Mr. Kamaus, you're going through a transition, a change. You have become a dad. That's awesome, man. That is wonderful. May your transition be smooth and your jokes get worse. Get yourself some New Balance shoes yet? Some khaki shorts, perhaps? Maybe some knee-high socks and sandals? There you go. Well, I could say from experience for Dad, or at least for me, it starts to get more fun when you start getting out of that infant stage. So the misses the infant stage, but I don't. It gets way more fun, I think, for dads once they're, moving around and talking and all that stuff. My main role when Emma was an infant was to just try to support Ina as much as possible so she could do her thing, because there was not much I could really do with Emma directly, She don't have anything to do with me the first, couple months. She was a mama's girl for sure. Now we're playing Planet Coaster and Pal World together. Isn't that crazy how fast that goes? Oh, yeah. Oh, that's a good question. You say, how would you approach making a character that is swinging a chain in the air? Awkward to not show the wire running between the chain links. Well, you make a solid chain, essentially. You would have to weld, like actually weld the chain links together. So it's like a solid, you know, in the shape that you want, where the support would be. Or you try to hide the support some other way. Depends on what's going on in the... Yeah. Yeah, or you craft what looks like chain links, but really it's like solid wire that's bent, you know, like a zigzag pattern to make it, you know, like if you have two wires and you bend them a certain way, you can make it look like chain links without it actually being chain links. Something like this would have to happen. Or you have a place where the character makes contact with the base. Because is the character being supported by the chain, like hanging from, like it's a hanging piece? Or is it a piece that has a base and sits on a desk, you know, because you make it look like it's like the chains just kind of disappear into nothing. There's like a cutoff, and then maybe like a piece of the clothing is like making contact with the scenery or something, and you just hide the armature in that piece of clothing or something like this. I don't really have any pieces right now that have an obscure frame like that. Also depends on kind of the thickness of the chain, how big it is. Okay, one more piece and then be ready for phase 2. Let me get some translucent clay here. Actually, let me go refill my coffee first, and then we'll start laying some clay down on this construction we've made. I'll be right back. always have to double check and make sure it's not glow in the dark. Okay, now we can need to condition a bunch of translucent. Just gonna do it by hand, I think. Stuff's like super crumbly, and then once it conditions, it's super soft. I once baked a whole tray of Sculpey 3T, thought it was my translucent. Oh, like what? Just white, just Sculpey 3 white. I don't know. So then you had to decide whether to just use them and not waste the clay, or to make them again. Why are these hard and opaque? Can already see the translucency there, actually, through the light. So we basically just need to cover the area where the light will be with this stuff. And then we'll probably do just want to cover this whole thing with a layer of clay. Basically, give us a good foundation to start building off of. This might be enough. So maybe it won't be enough. Worcester, hello. Why don't I use my normal clay? Because this is a translucent clay, which means it lets light go through it. You can kind of see already how it lets light go through it. See that? So we are creating a layer of translucency that lights will be placed underneath this layer, causing this clay to glow. Then we will sculpt a layer of like cracked stone on top of this, which will leave us with an effect of a cracked ground effect that where the in between the cracks there's light kind of permeating through, like a spell effect, a consecration. Feta cheese. Anybody want some feta cheese? It's like those Japanese katana makers. Well, they have to start their metal ingot with these tiny little crumbs of metal. Need to get a hammer. Fuse together. Speaking of katanas and Japanese stuff, anybody watch Blue Eye Samurai? That's really good. Me and the missus watched it when we were in Germany. Am I baking a cake? Yes. Everything here is made out of cake. Even me. It's all cake. Gamey cake. Cake with the flavor of an elk burger. Moose meat cake. Or pizza. We'll mix a little bit extra this time, just so we don't have to mix it again from. It's easier to mix it if you already have some mixed. It's harder to start it from scratch. Just put this like this. Wrap it up like a little dumpling, a little pot sticker. And it contains the crumblies. Should be enough, right? Let's see. I foresee Jones will be joining us any moment now. I sense his presence is near. Slight scent of lavender. Yes. He draws near. That should be good. Okay, now we coat the rest of it with regular clay. I'll be busting out the pasta machine for this part. Getting rained on, bringing in the groceries. We love it. Flourishing. What's going on over here, Bango? That new workplace is changing that guy. I'll tell you what. Just hadn't been the same. He just hadn't been the same since he started working there. Yes, but I'm adding regular clay now, not over the top of the translucent. I'm just adding the other parts of the foil that aren't covered. We're gonna cover with a layer of this stuff. Then we'll bake it, and then we'll go in and we'll actually sculpt the stone and stuff, you know. Hey. All right, loose noodle. Catch you later, my friend. Noodle. Okay, Captain. We'll see you tomorrow. Sweet dreams. Like we're still gonna need more clay. Do one setting thinner. That should be okay. Wally. Hello, Wally. Eggnog? I don't mind it. I prefer egg liqueur nowadays, but I'm not going out of my way to have some every season. That's for sure. My best eggnog story was once upon a time. See, I grew up in a house of 5, 2 brothers and 2 sisters. And there was always no milk because we all loved cereal. So the milk was, this would happen so many times. You would pour a nice big bowl of cereal. You pour the cereal in there. Then you go to the fridge to grab some milk to pour in your milk. And milk is gone. Or there's like only a few drops left. So you're left with the decision. Do you try to substitute the milk, or do you just put the cereal back in the box and walk away sad? Or do you try and eat the cereal dry, which is never as good? Well, one time I decided the milk was gone. It was the same exact scenario, but it was during this particular time of year where there was a thing of eggnog in the fridge, and I decided to give it a try. Out of desperation, I poured eggnog into my cereal to see if it would work. It was terrible. It was the heaviest, worst thing ever. Oh my goodness. Top off with water. And, it was not a successful experience. So now you guys never have to try that. Just trust me. I used to know somebody who put OJ on cereal. Weirdo. I could actually see that being good, to be honest. Honestly, I could see that working. I mean, we have orange sherbet ice cream on a waffle cone. It's very similar, right, to orange juice and cereal. Don't like eggnog. Ina's mom makes this egg liqueur, which is basically like an alcoholic eggnog. It's pretty nice. Pretty nice. Ina made it too. She did a really good job. Really nice treat. Not sure that's going to be enough. We'll give it a try though. We shall try. Hey, how you doing, Corvic? Just gonna wrap this up here. Nope, definitely not enough. The grace of Bongo. Bongo's grace. There we go. Perfect. The most stupendous Bango Bongo and his graciousness. Your grace. Can't place that there, my lord. Wait, what? What are you even talking about? Space satyrs. Space satyrs. Officers, this man here. Take him away. Get him out of my sight. Disgusting filth. Where they have blue skin. Painting department is complaining about me not making her detachable. Can't believe it. The nerve. The nerve of some of these departments. I think this is... Oh, I see what you mean. That it's like uniquely Warcraft, not just like ripped off fantasy. Wait, what Star Trek? What Star Trek race do we say that they look just like? They just took it from Star Trek, though. Let's be honest. Klingons, yeah, that's the one. Basically, some guy in the office was like, "Let's just make Klingons, but satyrs." And then there you go. Their most original race was invented. Klingons meet Halo elites. Let's do Klingons. I mean, you can kind of look at all of Blizzard's IPs and literally point towards where they were directly inspired by. They're like, hey, let's just take Warhammer 40K and Warhammer Fantasy and make games out of it. You know, like video games instead of board games. All right, yeah, let's do it. And there you go. It's funny. There seems to be a common thread with this kind of common thread of like whoever does something the second time seems to like really nail it. You know, just like Bob Ross. He learned his painting tech and teaching technique from that other guy, and he just did it better. You know? Became widely known for it. Games spring out of other games, yeah. Well, that's the reality. You know, this whole ownership over ideas thing, you know, it's like camera shift. Yeah, I thought you did that. you know, like people like to come out with a unique idea or something and stamp this ownership over it as if they weren't inspired or influenced by anything that exists. They were hired by Games Workshop to do just that. And then they pulled back and Blizz was left on their own, so they made their own versions. Oh, well, there you go. Cool. Some good history there. I guess I look at the creative process differently, I think, than a lot of people. I view when you create something, you're not making something new, but you're just combining existing things together to make what seems to be something new. But no one's ever really making something that's like actually new, that's not based on anything that exists. You know, everything's based on things that exist. They're just kind of mixed differently, combined in different ways to make it seem like something is new, but it's just the mixture of ingredients is new, but you're never making new ingredients. Conversation of mental mass. What's that mean? Conservation of mental mass. Oh, sorry. Fenkelsprung is new. What's that? What is that? Nah, I did that years ago. Nothing is new. Nothing has ever been new. Physical things are formed just by remixing elements that were different. Were a different thing before. Not even the elements are new, right? Artists are just visual drink mixers, like a bartender. That's true, Scorch, yeah. That is true. So now I need to create a fine art gallery performance of like a bar table and the guests for the gallery showing come to me, and I mix like paint inside of a cup, and I like splash it onto a canvas, and then everybody claps. Oh, then we sell those paintings for like starting bid at like 100,000. That'll be my deeply coded message. It would work. I know it would. You just have to be really serious about it. Anybody own a high-end fine art gallery? Want to hire me to come do this performance? It all comes back to Luxembourg. Oh, man. Oh, yeah. True. I feel like we've just been mixing clay all night. Scrunching tinfoil and mixing clay. Somebody's gotta do it, right? It's my favorite part about making these creations. I don't know. I don't know if I have a favorite part, to be honest. Each part has something to it. Will her feet be covered? No, they won't. Yeah, I mean, each part is different. Each project is completely different. It'd be easy to think, the finishing the piece is the best part, but there's pros and cons to every part, to be honest. Yeah, she's got hooves. Hmm. Hands. Probably, hands. Hands pretty consistently give you a hard time. If it's not the shape of them, it's the getting the size right. At this scale, it's extremely easy to go too big or too small with hands. One little bit extra lump of clay and you're too big. Yeah, it's just such a complex shape, you know, of anatomy that's very particular, you know, very low margin for error. Okay, well, that's ready there. Now let's cut this excess material off here very carefully. So we'll clean the rest up after it's been baked. Let's do the other side. Oops, still attached. Okay. Now we bake that and lock it in, and then we'll be able to remove this tiara and thin out all these parts here. All right. Well, we're gonna leave that there. I'm gonna bake it, lock it in, folks, and then tomorrow we can take the deep dive into the base. So basically what will happen is we'll sculpt pretty much the entire base now on top of this structure. So like this kind of cracked rock base. And then once we bake the base fully and lock it in, yeah, our staff is done. It's right here. Not sure where we're gonna put it. Somewhere on there. Maybe like this. Yeah. So yeah, we sculpt the whole base, bake it. At the end, we will remove the piece of wood that's on the bottom and pull out the aluminum foil in the middle. Then we can rig the lights, do all the lighting stuff, and then at the very end we kind of bring it all together with the bringing the piece of wood back, creating a bottom, and then using epoxy clay to like seal it all. Hey, thanks, Rainbow. Alright, that's the game plan. So that's tomorrow. Tomorrow's Tuesday. It'll be all day working on the base probably. But we're going to use our patented rock sculpting techniques, which make those jobs go by fast. Rock and stone, yep. All day stream Tuesday, heck yeah. Seeing the light at the end of the tunnel, yeah, so tomorrow, all day on the base. Wednesday and Friday morning for lights.
Noble ally, please accept these treasures as a gift for your unwavering service to
Just
the
a time for a ram break. Oh my goodness. Good old days, huh? Oh.
Bush kingdom lies not in our walls, but in our people. March to war.
Valencia, I am leaving right now. So come on in, everybody. Come on in. This is what we're working on today. We're gonna go raid Valencia Glass. He's about to get back on. So sit tight. I'm gonna message him right now. Just kidding. But yeah, thanks, man. Thanks for coming in here. We're at the end of the day. I am tired, ready for a break. We'll be picking it back up tomorrow. So you just logged off? Okay, all right. Well, come on, all aboard the raid train. We're gonna go somewhere else here. Let's see. I appreciate it. Thank you guys. Thanks for joining. And thank you everybody who's been here. Appreciate you guys. I hope you have a wonderful evening. I bid you adieu. I'll see you tomorrow. Just heads up, no stream on Wednesday evening and no stream on Thursday all day. But Friday we are streaming and we're doing troll heads and they're discounted. They're Black Friday discounted troll heads. So make sure you guys tune in on Friday. Let's see here. What the? Yeah, I mean, I'm not giving the discount. Jones, community member Mr. Jones, has offered to pay for the discount. So thanks be to Jones. I'm not giving no discount. But he offered, so there we go. I think it ends up being like $42 for a painted troll head, as opposed to $75, which is what they normally are. That's pretty good discount. How does that work? He just said he would pitch a certain amount of money towards discounting the troll heads for this Friday. So. So basically, this is the troll heads here. You just got to tune in 11 a.m. Central Time, Friday. At 11 a.m., I open things up, and the first 4 people that claim those spots get them. And you can commission me to make whatever head you'd like. Could be an existing character, could be based on a prompt. It's just first come, first serve. So. And they get painted by the missus. She paints them. And yeah. So just make sure you're here. I imagine the spots will go quick this week, especially because of the discount. So be here. And basically at 11 a.m. I say go in the chat. You'll see my name type go. And then you have to type troll to claim a spot. So. Look, Bango Bongo, everyone can have bathroom breaks, okay? There's no excuses here. You know? Everyone gets bathroom breaks. That's all you'd have to do. You would just have to be here to claim your spot and then to give me the prompt and pay me. That's all you have to do. Oh, I see. You're not even working. This guy. Hey, what's up, Dark? How you doing? I've been good. Been really good. Been getting settled back in here from our trip to Germany, and we've been pushing through, finishing up this, this piece here, getting it done, ready for deadline, which is Christmas time. So. That's been our main mission here. At the end of this week, I'll be done with my part on it, and we'll be getting back to our scheduled routine lineup. Definitely looking forward to that. We got a lot of stuff getting close to being finished. So, all right, let's find someone to raid. That's enough babbling. That's a long enough Midwestern goodbye for me. Mm-hmm. Who can we raid today? Oh, I haven't seen Kasem on in a long time. Let's go raid him. Midwest goodbye here. Takes at least 3 hours to do a proper Midwestern goodbye. All right, I have our raid target. Let's go raid Mr. Kasem, see what he's up to. All right, my friends. Till next time, bye-bye.